And now to health across the states. But first, in Akwa Ibom, where the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Dominic Okpong, has warned residents of the state against habits that encourage the spread of Lassa fever. He gave the warning while speaking to Channels Television in Uyo, and he confirmed the existence of the disease. And he also said that so far, one case has been recorded, that's in Akwa Ibom. One patient is undergoing treatment, also in the same state, while 6 suspected cases are being investigated. As far as the Ebonyi State government is concerned, they've confirmed the outbreak of Lassa fever in Ebonyi State as well, following the death of a 26-year-old man who was confirmed to have been killed by the Lassa fever disease. Now, confirming that incident to Channels Television in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, the State Commissioner for Health said that the patient who died on Monday was said to have made a complaint of fever to the Federal Teaching Hospital in Abakaliki, which later resulted in heavy bleeding from the eyes, diarrhea, as well as abdominal pain. They said the victim was immediately isolated, went through a series of tests, which later tested positive for Lassa fever. He added that after that, the victim was immediately buried to prevent the spread of the disease. The commissioner noted that prior to this discovery, 6 people who were earlier isolated later tested negative for the Lassa fever disease. He affirmed that so far, only the dead patient had been confirmed positive for Lassa fever, and the state government, that is Ebonyi State, has already commenced efforts to trace any other situations where that outbreak could have spread. Now, we're going to turn our attention to the southwestern part of the country, and to that effect, we have an expert on the environment here, the president of the Environmental Health Officers Association of Nigeria, Mr. Samuel Akingbenyi, to talk to us about the environmental aspects of keeping your surroundings clean, because we know that the habitat of these rodents obviously is where humans live. Welcome to News Across Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow being, I would call it the Environmental Sanitation Day, the last Saturday, and also keeping in mind that we call it the deratization exercise, which is extermination rats and rodents, commenced recently. Yep. Has that exercise continued? Is it continuing? And how is that being tied in with the environmental sanitation exercise?
Okay, environmental sanitation exercises, when the world is dedicated, set aside by the state government of Lagos State to make sure that the environment is cleansed, to give the inhabitants, citizens of Lagos State, the opportunity, if no matter what, how busy they are during the week or during the month, that day is just set aside for them to be able to clean the environment.
Sorry to interrupt you. Would there be increased awareness of the fact that because Lassa fever is spreading, that there needs to be that aspect of looking for areas where rats could occupy?
Yes, we already commenced deratization, like you earlier mentioned, and we are sensitizing people, creating awareness to make sure that everybody participates in this. Take for the benefit of the doubt, you've been so busy throughout the week or throughout the month. Just give that 3 hours of tomorrow the opportunity to be able to clean your rooms, clean your environment, clean your trade places, clean your kitchens, clean your bathrooms, or your toilets. Make sure rat holes and rat runs are blocked within your environment. Make sure you clear the bushes around you. Make sure you clear those disused, outdated, those things you are not using anymore. Please clear them. Take opportunity of tomorrow. Those things under your bed, those things you're hanging on your ceiling, those things that are not useful. You can imagine people stacking bottles of outdated, indiscriminately, stacked in
their premises. It's also called hoarding, sir. It's called hoarders, people that hoard stuff.
Is that hoarding? When you keep bottles of Africola, bottles of Greenstone Shandy, tires of Bedford vehicles that are no more in use, those disused articles.
And that can serve as homes for these rats.
They actually harbor and encourage breeding of rats. They need all those crevices.
What areas are the targets for the officers of the environment cleanup Association? Because we know that Lagos is a big place.
Yeah.
As far as environment is concerned, okay, what your environment, your house, yes, but what about the markets, the motor parks?
You should have been getting that in since the earlier this year that we commenced deratization and enlightenment awareness campaign of our markets, schools, hospitals, motor parks, just to raise people's awareness that our health is in our hands. There is no known vaccine for Lassa fever, but the only one we can say we have is environmental sanitation and personal hygiene. If everybody participates, definitely we're going to be at a good standing in health in Lagos State. So that is why we are solicited. As we talked now, yesterday we were at Agboju Market and we did the
Where is that, sir?
Agboju Market is within Uriade Local Council Development Area. Today we are going to be in Vespa Market within Otuawori Local Council Development Area. Tomorrow we are going to be in Orilia Gege Local Council Development Area. We've done Apapa 3 days ago. We've done a lot of markets, Agbado, Kyodo. We've done Mushin Market. We've done Ojuoye. We've done, what do we call it, Oshodi Market. We've done Onigbongo Market, the popular one in Maryland. And we are getting good results.
Finally, what is your opinion of the awareness that is raised about Lassa fever vis-a-vis keeping your environment clean? Do you think enough has been said and done?
To a large extent, the information has been, disseminated. The Lagos State government, in conjunction with our professional body, we've been going on air and sensitizing to people. Kudos to you guys in the media for assisting in propagating this, even in the print media, this information, making sure people's awareness are raised. I have to say here that it is not God's vengeance. Some people say the gods are annoyed. No, it is our own inactions. So we need to actually do it. Make sure you block rat runs, because rat is the known vector, the communication with the virus of Lassa and man. So we're breaking that communication. That is the whole idea.
Thank you so much,
You're
sir.
welcome.
And the last word from Mr. Samuel Akigbe is not God's vengeance, but something that we can do about our environment as well to help curb the spread of Lassa fever. That's it for this edition of News Across Nigeria. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend and see you again.